What up, vlog? Today I'm gonna talk about the importance of having a sketchbook. As you can see from the intro, I have a lot of sketchbooks, and for me as an artist, having a sketchbook is one of the most important things in personally developing yourself as an artist. So I can't really go through all those sketchbooks because I've been using a sketchbook since maybe 2013. But what I will do is I will go through one from 2015, one from 2015, and one from 2016 and 18. So yeah, these are the ones I'll be going through right here. Okay, the first sketchbook. This sketchbook I actually got from my older sister, and these drawings at the beginning are actually hers, but my sketches started here. And in this sketchbook, this is before I took any character design or gesture drawing classes and stuff like that. So in this sketchbook, it pretty much just me copying anime and pausing the television and just copying stuff from TV. So you're gonna see like a lot of Naruto and Thundercats, and I was really into animation in these, so I did a lot of frame by frame pausing and just pausing each frame and then drawing each frame. Yeah, so this is Tigra, this is X-Men, and this sketchbook, I had the sketchbook before I realized the importance of having a sketchbook and keeping it as a record. This was me just copying. I was just copying. This is Samurai Champloo. This is Gurren Lagann. Yeah, like I spend a lot of time just copying, like super detailed copying. But like maybe thinking I could absorb some of their skills into me if I copied them enough. So I did a whole Gurren Lagann sequence, and this one is Animatrix. I paused every frame and drew every frame. So this is Animatrix Beyond. So every frame, and I numbered each frame and everything. So this one is actually a kick-ass live action, the Hit Girl sequence, and John Carter started using pen. And this is just some of my own little concept art stuff. So this was like my first sketchbook. I think that was in 2012 or 2013. And this one is 2013. I actually wrote the year and how old I was and everything. This one was pretty skinny. This one I started more drawing from photos on like Pinterest and stuff and the internet, and just drawing people, because I really liked drawing people, so I wanted to know how to draw anatomy and stuff like that. So, and looking back at this, I can't believe like how terrible I was watching all these. I have no idea about shapes and design. I was just copying from life. Just copying people. These were at the beach and stuff like that. It's actually pretty cool to look back on your old sketchbooks and see what kind of person you were, and it's really fun. And I think that's one of the reasons why I think a sketchbook is so important. So that's the end of this one. 2013. This one, 2014. Yeah, so this is pretty cool. I had actually started writing down movies I watched and rated each movie, and I also did books. So that's pretty cool, like to look back on and see what day I watched a movie and stuff like that. So like at this point I had started using my sketchbooks kind of like as a journal and a sketchbook, and I can still see looking back on this that I had no idea about character design or gesture or anything like that. It was just raw copying, because you could see like my figure drawing is pretty stiff and it's pretty kind of hard to look at. No, they look so terrible. But yeah, so more figure drawing and stuff like that. I did a 12 years a slave piece, and I realized like back then I focused a lot on trying to get anatomy right and detail, and there was no real exaggeration or gesture, just trying to copy the figure, and it's really stiff looking right now. Yeah, so a lot of figure drawing, did some animals too. And I would get up, I think back then I would get up every morning and try and do some drawings in my sketchbook. So the main time I did sketching in my sketchbook was like maybe 5 in the morning or 6 in the morning. As soon as I got up, most of my references were either from DeviantArt or Pinterest, or just from watching television, or like going outside and just sketching like my brothers and sisters and stuff like that. So yeah, I think this is where I started to study gesture drawings, so you can see the drawings are a little more loose and not finished, and I'm not worried about detail and stuff like that. So yeah, I started studying gesture from 2 great books, well, that one Walt Stansfield did. So I pretty much learned to draw from those 2 books. Yep. More really terrible sketches. I was terrible for a really long time, as you can see. Like, it's so fun to like go back and look at these things. Like what was I thinking? Like, look how terrible that is. There's no life, there's no nothing. But it's so nice to see that you actually grow, and that's another reason why a sketchbook is so valuable, is looking back and reflecting and seeing how much you've grown, and it actually gives you encouragement to like keep going. And once you see the changes in your art and how much you've learned and stuff. Now this sketchbook is 2015, and this one is actually special because I had went to Canada and I got the chance to go to one of the schoolism workshops, and I met Steven Silver, Brenda Chapman, Kevin Lima, Claire Wendling, Helen Chen. It was pretty awesome meeting like them and having them sign my sketchbook. So this is pretty darn awesome. So yeah. Oh, this is nice. This is when I was like really confident in drawing with pen, and I said I would never really go back to drawing with pencil or anything. So I just kept drawing with pen and doing a lot more gesture drawings and just drawing people and just focusing on gesture. I still hadn't studied character design. I learned character design from schoolism, from Steven Silver and a few other teachers on there. So this is before that. So it's pretty much just a lot of gesture drawing in this sketchbook here. So let me flip through. This one is actually for Steven Silver at the schoolism bookshop. So some exercises he gave us. Look through this really fast so you don't get bored. Yeah, so a lot of gesture drawings. Figure drawings, and as you can see in my sketchbooks, I don't have like a lot of finished pieces with color that look really pretty and really fancy, because I was more focused on getting better faster. So, and I think one of my lessons from Walt Stanfield was that the more you sketch, the more you get the bad drawings out of your system, so you'll get better faster, rather than just working on one piece and taking a whole week to finish one piece, and that just slows down your growth. I personally agree with him when he says that. So like, my growth to me was pretty fast, considering just doing gesture drawing and just sketching every day and not worrying about being fancy or pretty, just trying to understand the gesture and, you know. I guess this is when the first Star Wars came out. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So this sketchbook is finishing up. And these last two, I'll just go through this one because this was from this year. And as you can see, not much has changed. I still just do a lot of gesture drawing, but looking at these and looking at those, I can tell how much I've grown. These were some studies I did while I was taking some schools and classes. This was landscape studies with Nathan Fox, some more gesture drawings, more landscape studies and value studies. A lot of gesture drawings. These are actually with my left hand, so they look kind of wonky. Left hand again. These were some sketches I did for the character design challenge. I usually like do a lot of doodles in my sketchbook first and then decide what design to go with. That's cool. Landscape studies, gesture drawings. Some sketches from characters from a movie. More gesture drawings. And I was super loose. Super loose. I don't even think I'm this loose right now. I should go back to being this loose. Getting a little complacent. But these were some headshots. I was practicing caricature with these headshots. More value studies. These were like a storyboard I did. Really quick sketches. So what I really wanna to pretty much tell you guys is that I think every artist should have a sketchbook, not just to have pretty drawings, but to experiment and to explore. Like, this is like the safest place you could do that, because this is for you. This isn't for anyone else. This is for you to train, to explore, to experiment, to discover who and what styles you want to do and what kind of art you want to do. And I can tell you for a fact that using this sketchbook sketchbooks has helped me really grow really fast. And a lot of artists use iPads and and stuff now, which is really amazing. I love those things. But I think we kind of take these sketches on iPads and digital media more for granted. And I'm not being like super romantic with the sketchbook and saying a sketchbook is better than an iPad. I actually think the things you can do on an iPad way better than the sketchbook. But for me personally, I don't have to worry about like the files on the iPad and stuff like that. Like once I draw this on the sketchbooks, it's in the record. I don't have to worry about organizing the files and worrying about hard drive space and stuff like that, and losing the files and stuff like that, because they're just here. I just throw them in a bookshelf and I can just flip through them like easy. But that's personally for me. If you like the iPad, you can organize all the drawings and all the files. That's awesome. The point is to have your sketchbook, whether it's digital or traditional, and just keep sketching every day, and to never stop sketching. So yeah, this is 2017, and I couldn't go through all the sketchbooks, but I hope like this was kind of helpful in encouraging you to use a sketchbook. So I hope you use sketchbooks from now on every day for the rest of your artistic career. So that's it for this vlog, and see you in the next vlog.